wants. Oh, I think I found a new way out, way beyond your shadow doubt, and I can't breathe. Oh, I hope you're keeping count of all the times you let me down, and all the things you said out loud, the bullshit I could cry about. And I know we could be stronger now, and leave it up to fate somehow. But everything I do for me.
I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. And now when I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I, just you and I. Only you can put my fire out. You can turn it all around. You can lift me off the ground.
getting hype when I aim up. Elevating that game up. Stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate. All in when I show up. Whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate.
Is that it?
Well, there was only about 14 who confirmed they could race anyway in Discord.
Fair enough.
I was just checking to see if it does play an ad. Oh, we're live. Hello, welcome to Simplay Motorsport. It's lead commentator PN Motorsport tonight because there's no Bozzy Boy. I'm in the comms box here with Fury's granddad. Say hello, Tony.
Hello, Tony. Evening, everyone.
Welcome to magnificent, super wonderful Monza, Temple of Speed, one of my favourite tracks in Formula 1. Well, anywhere, because I just like going fast. And we've got about 5 minutes left of practice. Current fastest is De Silva in the McLaren, with Fury in second, holding up Italian honour with the Lamborghini. Northerdubs in third, Euro in fourth, Matahimovic in fifth, Sekulovic, new joiner, in sixth.
Well said.
Brees is in seventh, Empalava is eighth. I would say Empalava's just moved down to ninth because Peaceful Explosion moved up to eighth as I was going through that.
Now he's gone up to fifth.
Yeah, Nexus is in 10th, Sutty Apex, Gary 1v1, Overtaker and Big Boy Brazier have not set a lap yet. So, how are we going to have the chaos we had in race 2 of Pro-Am last night?
Please, no.
I don't want it either because I'll have to stew with it. So Monza, beautiful Italian track. Home race for Ferrari. Well, I think Imola's closer. I forgot with all the corner names. I know right here that we've got Matt going into Lesmo too. As he goes down I can't remember what the straight's called. The car should duck under the old banking for the oval. There it is. And now hard onto the brakes for the Ascari chicane. All these chicanes to slow down this lap because this was also the site of one of the closest ever finishes in Formula 1 in 1971. I don't remember it because I wasn't born yet. All the way.
I don't either.
Matt now brakes for the Parabolica, now known as Curva Michele Alboreto, who wasn't really in anybody in Formula 1. Race winner, but never won a championship. Oh, it'd been better if it was Curva Michael Schumacher. Yeah. As I flicked to Palava in his wonderfully light brown McLaren. I've got to realise I'll probably be talking mostly for 2.5 hours. Yay. As he rounds the first Lesmo. Right, drops down the gear to the second Lesmo. And heads down towards the drop underneath the banking. See if there's anyone driving down the straight so we can see where the banking comes in from Parabolica. Is Sutty now coming into Parabolica? Let's see if Assetto Corsa actually renders the banking. I know they do on Gran Turismo. Yeah, you see a little bit there behind him, and another wonderful JCB high lift. Sutty crosses the line now, and still not set a clean lap. There's Tony's phone in the background.
My apologies.
Remember, I'm still very new at this. Oh, we got Smoky Devil has just jumped into the session. So Michael Massey's Mango Lassie. Jamie, please have a simple. So Jamie, please have a simple team name next season. Thank you. Has now joined, so we're up to 15 cars. No Akbar, and he's on a as I say, hello to Daz in the YouTube chat, even though I just saw him in my Twitch chat. My teammate who actually got a podium in race 2 for Ferrari. Yeah, cheers, Daz. And as Fury's granddad, he's here, and me in YouTube chat.
Yeah,
Tony.
It's a bit quiet tonight.
Seems very quiet. There's only like 14 people confirmed they could race tonight in Discord. So we've got 15 now. Upholding Italian honour though behind the British McLaren. As practice comes to an end, is De Silva who sits in the pits, Fury in the pits, and Orthodubs is out on track. I'm breaking them both, nice. Euro in 4th, Peaceful Explosion in 5th, Matt Himovic in 6th, Sakula. Oh, I said it wrong. I didn't take long. That's the one.
That's what we're going with, isn't it?
That's what we're going with. Is in 7th. He's a new joiner for Pro this week. Brees in 8th. Empalav in 9th. Nexus in 10th. Big Boy Brazier 11th. Sutty did in fact set a lap time that puts him in 12th. Gary, Overtaker, Smoky Devil. As we will follow Dan as he completes this lap, because Peaceful's not on a clean lap. Yeah, I would, as Benedict Varga, which is Nexus, in YouTube chat says, he's already scared of turn 1. I don't know if you saw Pro-Am race 2, but be scared of the going across the line as well. Okay? The personal experience.
Green light, go, go, go.
As we go green, and De Silva stampedes out of the pits. It was a stampede of 15 angry GT3 cars. I know you said Gran Turismo. This is, well, actually they are Gran Touring, but it's not Gran Turismo. This is Assetto Corsa Competizione. Competizione. You got to say it with a hand gesture as well.
I love you.
Yeah, as one of the Bentleys misses the first chicane straight away. De Silva is the first man out on track. Then Matahimovic. Nexus, Euro. Overtaker's now out on track. Let's see if he actually peaceful's out on track. Gone through the first chicane. Car 29 is Empalava. Impelovsky. Euro. Only qualifying bans would have been D Biggs, but he's declined that he's racing this evening, and Ogbar, and Ogbar's not here either. And if Gary can do it, he can still get his 25th pole position in Simplay if he qualifies on pole. Tony, do you think he can do it?
Ooh. I don't want to jinx anybody. He can, I suppose, but
He can.
as I'm not a betting man, I wouldn't put money on it.
Oh, I wouldn't put my money on it. The Ferrari looks rather rapid. Because it's practice, I think there might be a few sandbags at dawn.
Yeah.
And I love it. Every time I try to stream something or do anything, I start getting messages. What you doing? What you doing? Is a tangent of the commentary tonight. As we jump to my teammate in the F1. F1 this week is at Circuit of the Americas, a track I don't like. I'll be honest, I do not like COTA. I'm okay with Brazil, Mexico. Yeah, those who haven't been here since last year. Mexico, I was sitting in third place, and I crashed it on the penultimate lap.
Oops.
And things went flying. Like headset, controller. That's why I go for mini controllers. Anyways, so Tony, who have you got your eye on for this week? After all the practice lobbies that have been going on.
Well, there's the usual suspects, I think. You've got Dan, you've got Fury, Matt. Just going down the list. Overtaker. Big boy Brazier.
Don't know if the Audi is actually very good here. Even though effectively it's the same car as that Lamborghini behind him. As Dan had a nice little tank slapper in the second chicane. I can never remember that corner name. Very anti-something Italian. As Jamie is in now gone through the Lesmos, Dan's going to get a lovely tow down this straight. As Brees was sideways coming through Lesmo too. So far though, fastest lap is set by De Silva, and he's 0.3 of a second faster than Matahimovic. Overtaker's third, Peaceful Explosion is fourth. Euro, oh no, that's all changed. Empalava's now fifth. Euro's moved down to sixth. And no one else has set a lap yet.
Fury's just gone third.
Fury's jumped up to third in the Lambo. Who's back this week after interesting things last week. That's supposed to leave it there. As I hope if he's listening to the stream. And Orthodubs has just gone to provisional pole. That tow from Jamie down the straights worked wonders.
Certainly did.
as he has his headlights ablaze. No night race here this week. No weather. If you want to
saying thanks for the tow.
Yeah, I would be saying thanks for the tow too. Sekulovic is currently 11th in his Lamborghini. He's currently behind Gary. Sutty's not gone out yet, and neither is Smoky Devil. If I were them, I'll get a lap in. Because turn 1 can be chaos. Drivers have been warned to not do lap 1 heroics, but it didn't really work in race 2 of Pro-Am last night. And I just leant on my keyboard, which is attached to my Xbox.
They all know you can't win the race in turn 1, but you could certainly lose it.
I certainly lost it last night. Lap down after 1 lap, and it's like...
There you go.
And through no fault of my own, it was just like, yep, this is my night ruined. And I had good pace. Well, mid-pack pace. Tail end top 10. As I would be
well, let's hope we have none of that tonight. And
yeah.
Really good, clean racing.
Oh, we like a bit. De Silva's just moved back up to provisional pole with 48.8. He's 700ths of a second faster than Northerdubs. Matt's gone faster again. He's up to 3rd. These pro boys, the lap times they're quite similar to what they were like with Pro-Am. I think the fastest Pro-Am was like a 49. Very low 49, and that was who qualified pole last night. I can't remember. I know in race 2 it was Lewis in the Honda. As you can see, the grass has been nicely trimmed now. Overtaker.
Matt won't thank you for that.
But who said it was a Honda doing it? It might have been a McLaren. Or Ferrari. Jamie, yeah, this is definitely not an Audi circuit. The Audi's in 10th and 12th. I mean, whilst at the top you've got the McLarens, the Lamborghinis, the Bentleys, and the fastest Ferraris are second off.
So that Overtaker just jumped into 2nd.
Yeah, Overtaker's starting to find some pace. He looked like he got a bit of a tow from an Orthodubs there. And I just did a Liam. And there... yeah, no Bozzy Boy this week on comms. He was meant to message me saying he wasn't able to make it. And he never messaged me. Good old Liam. Now...
No, not to worry. We'll get back.
Let's go back to the track. Monza's like one of the oldest circuits in existence, permanent race circuit. It made pre-war. I just need to double check that with Wikipedia. Whilst I do that, how do you feel on Monza, Tony?
Well, it's a really good, fast circuit, and there's plenty of chances to overtake. So, like I say, let's hope everybody's sensible about it.
Oh,
be patient.
One would actually hope so, that people are patient here, because this track is fast. You're on full throttle for a lot of it. There was an ooh.
I don't think Dan wanted to do that. Oops.
Oops, yeah, Dan has hit the wall. That is his qualifying over, as a lot of drivers are now setting their final runs.
Looking like the silver at the moment.
Monza was built in 1922. So the track is over 100 years old now. Well,
wow.
Obviously not in quite this configuration, but pretty close. And, yeah, opened September the 3rd, 1922. And it's host of the Italian Grand Prix. It's host of the Italian Grand Prix from 1950 to 1979, and then 1981 to present day. There was 2 years where the Italian Grand Prix was actually at Imola. So, interesting facts there. Former races held here are like GT World Challenge, which is this, as De Silva is on pole. Overtaker has finished his run. Smokey didn't get a lap in. We will carry on facts in the race of Monza. Fury's finished. He's currently in P5. Brees is finished, currently P9. Next car coming to the line is Gary 131, as he powers around Parabolica onto the start finish straight. You can see the banking behind him from the old oval we had here, which is notoriously bumpy. Gary is in 13th, as the next car to come to the line will be Matt. In the Jaeger Motorsport Bentley, teammates with Gary. Accelerates, unleashes the power of that mighty Bentley, which I wish I was in. Goes to P2 from P4, so he did improve. Next car is Nexus, as he approaches the line. Stays in P11, then Anova Dubs. Dan to pole. Dan is on provisional pole. What does Peaceful do? And Peaceful stays in P7. And that's the session ended as I return the garage. So I'm able to control the cameras properly. So, pole was an orthodubs, so we'll get to him. So, there's our grid for race 1. An orthodubs, De Silva, Matt Himovic, Overtaker, Fury, Empalava, Peaceful Explosion, Euro, Brees, Sekulovic, Nexus, Big Boy Brazier, Gary 131, Sutty and Smokey, I don't think, and hello Mummy D in chat. Hello Mummy D in the YouTube chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Evening, Mummy D.
And Tony, tips for race 1 victory, do we think? Who are we going to curse?
I don't really want to curse anybody, but
You know, the curse of the commentator.
who's usually pretty quick is Overtaker. And he's sitting handily in 4th, so I think I'll go for him.
Yeah. I'm going to say Impalava in P6. Might do something special around here.
You never know.
You never know.
30 seconds.
As we've got 30 seconds of a timer counting down, I will carry on going into what was raced at Monza
20
later.
seconds.
As we got 20 seconds left. Ooh, quite a bit though. Mainly F1 and World Series. And World Endurance
seconds.
Championship was this year. And evening to Simplay Motorsport and chat. That's Matt. Evening. As I just checked over. Right, here we go. As we build up to the rolling start. Why is everybody not? There we. Now we're away. It was a bit slow on the get up.
Yeah.
As 15 lovely GT3 cars prepare to warm up their tyres, try warm their brakes the best as they can. It's not a very long run really to the start-finish line to start. Hopefully no one will speed. Hopefully they'll all hold their pit boxes. Hopefully they'll give each other respect. No one's missed a start. Because I did debate about doing that. I wish I did now. Started from pit lane. As it's, to quote Murray Walker,
Green light.
go. And I'll drive through penalty for Nexus from race start.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is going to get messy. Look at Overtaker right behind an Orthodubs. They should be on the brakes now. Dan turns in. Overtaker's on the curb. He's hit Matt.
Oh, Matt's round, yeah.
Overtaker hit Matt. Euro's taken to the escape road. Sutty's taking it nice and steady. Yeah, Matt is now right at the back. Overtaker's slowing down. Jamie's in front of Overtaker. Oh, come. So, De Silva's having a little nibble on the back end of an Orthodubs. Empalava now currently third. Euro in fourth. Fury in fifth. Reese in sixth. Sekulovic, yeah, I'm getting better at it, in seventh. I hope that's the right way to say his name. Big Boy Brazier in eighth. Overtaker in ninth. Does he have a lot of damage? Smoky Devil in 10th. Gary 131. Oh, Peaceful's had a little moment behind Larry. Oh, Nexus has taken out brake markers. That won't be too kind. Cameraman has completely lost the cars. Well done, Cameraman. You've been sacked. Are you from Grand Project Cars too?
It's not Liam on cameras, is it?
Oh, you never know. Dan with a 0.4 of a second lead. Empalava 2.2 further back. So these two might be running to the hills. To remind everyone, pit window will open with at the 5-minute mark and will be open for 20 minutes. And 5 minutes from the end of the race will be the end of the pit window. That's where I wanted to go. No one's actually taking a tight line like you do in F1. You hug the wall a little bit more to get a lovely bit of acceleration out of Parabolica as I flick through the cameras. Sekulovic, Big Boy Brazier. Nexus hasn't done his drive-through yet. He needs to do that or he'll probably get disqualified. Or maybe upgraded to a stop-go. Peaceful's now last. Sutty, ooh, Smokey slow. Is that Smokey or was that Jamie? Did Jamie get... Yeah, it's Jamie. Oh, is a backwards McLaren behind. Did Jamie and Overtaker come together? Oh, it's possible.
Oh, yeah. Overtaker's off.
It is very possible. Sorry about the black screen. Someone's just joined started another party. I thought I turned them off and they're still on. So, an Orthodubs a 0.5. That's closer than 0.5 of a second between an Orthodubs. Gary's 0.6 of a second behind Smokey. Brees is 0.7 of a second behind Fury. Oh no, it's back to Sekulovic. Oh, Fury hopping over the curbs. That will not do your suspension any good in this game. Dan's saying exactly like Pro-Am. Yeah. The start was a bit cleaner than Pro-Am, but...
Yeah, not quite as messy.
Not quite. Oh, I just saw Taylor, I just saw on the stream Fury launching over the curb. Dan with a 0.6 second lead as they cross the line heading towards the first chicane. We've got will Nexus peel into the pits to do his drive-through. He does. So Nexus is coming in for his drive-through. Overtaker, long way last. He's not going to be happy as an Overtaker, is he? He's got a lot of damage there as well. Look how the car's moving in his lightish brown McLaren. De Silva's close to back of Dan.
All I can do is apologise. My cursor's obviously worked again.
And so jump back to Unorthodox and De Silva. It's 0.2 of a second roughly between them. Drive-through cleared for Nexus.
Overtaker's going into the pits.
Overtaker is sitting stationary, waiting for the window to open. He's waiting for the window to open. He cannot cross that pit line until the window opens. If not, it won't be his mandatory stop.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, if someone comes round and tries to come in the pits, he's gone so slow. And now the window's open.
He can go in.
He can go in now, but he could have pitted to repair the damage.
Yeah.
As you jump back to the lead battle between Unorthodox and De Silva, this is looking
Still
very nice.
very close.
Looking lovely between Lamborghini and McLaren. Not a fan of the McLaren, not gonna lie. I don't like the shape of it. It's a bit girthy, if it's actually looked quite wide compared with the Huracan, the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo. Yeah, it should be an Evo. What Dan's in. Overtaker's now a lap behind.
Silver's having a look. Oh,
He's got him done. Look at that, clean as a whistle. Lovely pass by De Silva. But will Dan come back at him through Curva Grande into the second chicane? He's sitting right up his chuff. That's a more polite way of saying what I wanted to say. He moves to the right, he has a look. De Silva can't move across anymore because it'll be more than one move. Look at this, respectful. Oh, the curb for Dan. Any other close battles? They're all pretty spread out now. But this is the closest battle on track between De Silva and Alpha Dubs. Impalava just in the waiting wings, sitting there 4 seconds behind.
Brees, Matt, Peaceful, and Overtaker in the pits.
Yep, Matt pitted early to repair his damage. Peaceful's in. Overtaker's now away.
I was going to say, he looked as if he's coming out.
Yeah, he's coming out. Will Nexus dive back into the pits to repair his damage? If you look at the front end of his car, it's flapping a little bit of the bonnet. I do silly noises, I'm sorry. It's Tony's phone in the background. Not mine, because mine's on silent.
I turned it down. My apologies.
As De Silva and Dan. Is Dan going to go for an undercut? Looking at his line, he might dive in for no, he doesn't cut in for no undercut. Impalava in third. Euro in fourth in another Ferrari as a solo driver. Fury in fifth. Sekulovic is coming into the pits. Does he get it stopped in time? That looks quick. In. He might have a stop go there. That looks really quick in. Jamie is actually now behind his teammate of Smoky Devil. So far, current pitters who have cleared their mandatory stop is Brees, who's in Peaceful, Matahimovic, and the Overtaker. 15, so top 8 can't qualify, I think.
I think that's correct.
I think that's what we had yesterday, wasn't it, for Pro-Am?
Yeah.
Sekulovic has not chose to change his tyres. He hasn't changed his tyres. He has to pit again. You need to change your tyres, if not you get 130 seconds penalty. Ooh, I think he crossed the pit exit line there. That's a no-no. They're just double checking briefly. Tony. Ooh, no he didn't. It was really close, but he didn't do it. I just double checked. Dan is actually... Matt's now a lap behind and he's just sitting here watching Dan. Will Dan pull into the pits to get out of the dirty hair? No. He doesn't. He carries on. Does Impalava come into the pits? No. Does Euro? No. Fury's caught the back of Euro. Does Gary come into the pits? And remember, if you're new to Simplay Motorsport and want to see Formula 1 action on Sunday with an Alpha Dub 16, Dan Davis commentating, check us out there. I'll be racing then in the F1 in Ferrari, and I'm having a typical Ferrari season. I also don't enjoy the game, but that's beside the point. Sutty's up 9th, but he's got some battle damage. He's got a flappy bumper. Well, splitter. Yeah, there's a tiny bit of damage on Sutty's car as I lean forward.
Fury's very close to Euro at the moment.
Yeah, will Fury go for a move?
Patience is the key.
Oh, who's car 35? Oh, that's Yorkshire. Mika, who's the new guy coming in. He's in a GT4 car. Good evening, peaceful stepdad. Yorkshire Micker's in a GT4 car. Because that little blue mark, he's in a GT4 car. Oops.
Oops.
Oops. I'll point that one out later. He's another one of the new joiners, so he's going to get lapped a lot, but very good on fuel
He's in
and
a race
tyres.
of his own.
But I'm all for mixed class racing. Try and petition it. Like, some guys, really quick guys, have to be in GT4 cars. Because there's that much of a spread. As I
Fury's
flick
got past Euro.
Yeah, Fury's got him, but Euro's jumped back into the slipstream. Dan is still sitting behind the silver. Probably just lift off a bit, save a little bit of fuel. That's what I would do if I was any good. As for this Sunday, I had to succumb and buy a new PS4 controller. But it was actually cheaper buying them brand new from Game than it is buying one from CEX. And CEX take them out of the box as well to check them. They always take all their stuff out of the box. They never still got the seals. And here's some interesting facts about video game stores in the UK, because most supermarkets don't have them. Oh, Yorkshire Micker has realised he was in a GT4 car and that was never going to work. It was like, oops, I'm in a GT4 car there. Smokey 2 seconds off the back of Gary. Jamie's in the pit, so Smokey shouldn't be able to pit yet. Nexus hasn't cleared his stop. Sekulovic has buggered up the first chicane. There we go. Now Yorkshire Micker's in the right car. He's coming in his Bentley now.
Oh, another Bentley.
He's one of the Bentley Bruisers, apparently. I think that's what their team name is. Not sure if it's in the race number. Bloody GT4 from last night. Yeah, we just said about, hey, you've been brave taking the GT4 challenge. We do. I think we plan to do a mixed class race as well, GT3s and GT4s in the off season. As I jump back to the battle between Dan and De Silva. This is the closest battle now because Fury has broken away from Euro. Looking at the timing.
Yeah, he's just over a second. 1.2.
The Lamborghini coming good. I'm just checking something.
And Plava's gone in the pits.
Norris Palovs is in the pits. There's a very black looking Bentley there. Do like a black Bentley. They look quite good in black. As we jump onto Yorkshire Micker there and there. In car 36, but I'm just double checking the race numbers because things like that bug me for some stupid reason. I've been in few leagues, and like when someone takes my number, I get quite upset because I've had my number for years. As I just have a quick double check. Yeah, he is in car 36, so he is in the correct car. So Alex, who in the other Bentley bully, was actually said he was meant to race in car 111. He's not here. And
It's still
Dan and
that's the
lead
closest
two.
ones.
Will they pit at the same time? We have 10 minutes of the window left. De Silva's in. Dan does not pit. Dan opts to stay out and not follow De Silva in. Does De Silva get it stopped in time? Sekulovic is now back into the pits. Will he actually complete his tyre change? Fury's in. Your grandstand, Tony.
Yeah, I'm
We are halfway through.
ignoring
Keep it
him,
up.
but I'm not commenting on him.
Well, I have him up. I believe Gary's just come into the pits. Looking behind. Yep, Gary's in.
Yes, and
Smokey is in. Yorkshire Micker needs to, once he can get control, get out, come back in and do his mandatory pit stop. If not, he gets a slap with a lovely big penalty at the end. A penalty.
A penalty.
A penalty. Nexus
That'd be
still needs to come in and do his mandatory tyre stop. The Audi, really, this track really doesn't seem to favour the Audi much. He doesn't pit yet. That's an interesting line as he goes over the line. I'd said line twice. Ooh, who's that coming out of the pits? It was White, so that was De Silva exiting pits. Could be our net race winner in his very Vodafone McLaren.
Fury's out as well.
Yep, Fury's exited for pits. So is Gary 131. With Smoky Devil repairing some damage to his car. Brake disc glowing, but I think that's the nature of the PS4 version of this game. Everyone's brakes seem to be glowing when you're on the straight line. Brees behind Gary, so don't know if there's any changed positions yet. We'll find out when the pit stops filter through. Dan not pitting. Euro is in the pits in his grey Ferrari. Thanks for making me aware of it. Yeah, you get an in-game penalty if you don't complete your pit stop. It's 130 seconds. If you don't do the mandatory tyre stop in the pit window. Oh, nearly dropped something. As I move to Dan. When will Dan pit? He's got lap traffic ahead of him. So I would pit to try to clear the traffic. Because, yes, he'll be getting a tow from Peaceful. He will. But,
Euro in the pit.
Yeah, Euro's still in the pits. He's changing his tyres. Make sure you
He's
select.
clear.
Nexus has now entered the pit lane. He's still got to fix that damage on that Audi. His teammate Akbar not here tonight. Probably because he was on his second retirement. So one more, he loses 25 points.
Ouch.
Yeah. Well, this game you don't need to retire. You could return to the pits, wait 2 minutes, the car's fixed, and come back out.
Yeah.
Dan is, as I've jumped to North of Dub 16, he is coming at that angle yet.
Yeah.
He's boxing.
Coming in.
In, as some race engineers shout. Does he get it slow down in time? Pit confirm. In.
So,
At the moment, the closest battle is between Gary and Brees. Or Ike, as he's known as Discord, on Discord. In the sole Porsche. But this is all VW Audi group here. Bentley, Porsche, Lamborghini. He's out.
right on Gary's tail at the moment.
He's definitely looking racy, but Brees probably only... Ooh! Jamie with a tank slapper behind. Coming out of the second chicane. Dan should be nearly away. He's got a lovely pit stall there where he could absolutely open the car up and floor it. Yorkshire Mika has joined the race in his black and white Bentley. Another newcomer to the league.
Do a lap and go back in.
I would. You've got 5 minutes of the window left.
Yeah, he's not got an awful lot of time to do it, so...
No. Dan has exited the pits. He's jumped to silver. They're side by side coming into the first chicane. Look at this. Look at this wonderful room they gave each other. De Silva's tyres are a little bit warmer than Dan, so he can grip. And power is nothing without control. There's an old Pirelli advert, if you remember it. Oh, it must have been on old motor racing broadcasts on Eurosport when they used to show F1.
I'll
Back
say
in the
I
day.
would.
They used to flick between Eurosport and BBC for the footage. In case one missed something and the other one caught it. Smokey, Stakulovic. Definitely get better to say it. Nexus, Sutty Apex. overtaker who's winding in, say, but these top 8, because it was 16 cars now, cannot qualify. So currently that would
got
be
himself up to 10th, which is pretty good after his earlier problems.
after a lap 2 incident. Evening Wolfgang, I believe that's Green Wolfinator in Pro
Yeah, I
Am.
believe it is.
It is green McLaren, and it is green. I like green cars. Favourite colour car, Tony? What is your favourite colour car? Yeah,
Well, I've got a blue car, so I'll go with that blue.
I've got a blue car as well, and I hate the colour blue. De Silva and Dan have the closest battle for first and second. Fury's up to third.
Yeah, he's been there a little while.
It is Green Wolfinator. Fury's up to third, so we've got an FU Racing 2-3 at the moment. Gary's fifth for Jaeger. Another close battle between him and Brees. Gary going for the wider line out of Parabolica. Brees will want to tuck back into the slipstream and dip all that lovely free space.
Down on De Silva and Brees on Gary, that's your two closest ones.
Impalava a further couple of seconds behind this, but I believe Peaceful's not in front. Not yet. Jamie is in a waiting brief behind Brees and Gary. As I flick between the battles, sorry about this chat, but Cameraman has completely lost to Silver and Orthodubs in the Lesmos. As I flick back to Gary and Brees, which these are the two closest battles, the battle for the lead and the
De
battle for
Silva's
fifth.
opened up a little bit of a gap. He's about a second in front.
Has Dan done a little bit of rallycross like the teammate did last night going through the Scavi? He was absolutely sideways, apparently. He was throwing that Lamborghini, not Lamborghini, we drive for Ferrari. He was driving the Ferrari like it was a Lancia Stratos on a gravel rally stage. Actually, if you look at the colours of his car, it is painted like the old Pirelli Lancia Stratos in the colour scheme. As I keep flicking between the battles, Brees hopping over the curb through the Scavi chicane. I love the sound of the 911. I do like the 911. I like the RSR though, the one they raced in GTE. That thing sounded so nice. We're going off on the motorsport tangent. Smokey down in 11th. Sekulovic in 12th. We had to pit again because he didn't change his tyre compound. Nexus in 13th. Sutty in 14th. Overtaker has caught. Is that Overtaker? No, that's Impalava. No, it is Overtaker. So Overtaker is catching. Yorkshire Migger is doing his mandatory tyre stop, but at least he's here now for race 2.
Yeah, he's done it all, he's clear.
You don't want the penalty being even further back. De Silva's probably just about broke the toe to Unorthodox. But that's less than a second to me, as they head towards to go under the banking of the old oval. If only they combined the circuits like they did in the film Grand Prix. Good film, that is. Camel work is extraordinary. Oh, Brees is having a look at Gary 131 as they go through the first Lesmo, and into the second. Jamie going a bit wide in the first Lesmo behind him. You've got a feeling Brees is faster than Gary at this point in the race.
It's just that Bentley's such a big old bus to get round, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I like the Bentley though. Dan is back on to.
Is closing now.
Dan is back onto Unorthodox.
Pit window's closed.
Yep. Yorkshire Mika has completed his mandatory stop, but he did come in a bit late, so he is a fair few laps behind. This is a quick circuit after all. It is our Monza. It is the quickest, I believe, still on the F1 character. Brees has lost time to Gary, It was blue flags waving then. Yorkshire Mika can move out the pits if he likes, if he's still in chat, listening. You can carry on and complete the race. Fury is lapping Sutty Apex. Sutty giving him plenty of room to work with. Euro 1.8 seconds behind. That's Overtaker hopping over the curbs. I guess the Overtaker will be very, very rattled. Let's hope he puts his stewards inquiries in before the deadline, not 17 hours afterwards. Because they got thrown out. They got rejected. Dan, 0.5 of a second behind De Silva. These two are racing really well. Lamborghini versus Ferrari. Not Ferrari. McLaren.
Matt's got himself up to 9th.
Matt's
was very close behind Big Boy Brady.
I believe, because Peaceful being 10 seconds now behind Matt, has Peaceful had a pirouette? Empalava is... nope, Empalava's lost it, because I've just gone on to Jamie. Yeah, Empalava's lost it, and he's got Matt behind him. Can Matt jump into the top 8 and not qualify for race 2? Or will he just hang back behind Empalava so he can qualify? Yeah, I saw that in the Scari as we jump back to De Silva versus Unorthodox for the race lead as they come through Curva Grande, heading towards the second chicane. I need to get that book out and so I've got the corner names and try to pronounce them. But if I could say dinosaur names, I can say them. Brees is back on Darry. We've got 3 battles now on track between De Silva and Orthodubs, Gary and Brees, and Empelavsky and Matahimovic. And we've got Overtakers hunting down Sutty. As I jump to this battle, Overtaker, will he just dive? Will he do a Sutty sender on the sender himself of Sutty? Sutty's defending. Overtaker's trying to have a look into Lesmo too. If you keep an eye on the lead battles for us, Tone. Oh, Sutty's Overtaker's passed. Okay. Back to the lead battle. As we have 1 minute 40 seconds left of this race. As I said that. Brees is right on Gary again. Euro's caught Fury.
Leader's on final lap now.
Leader is now on the final lap as clawed out by race engineer. Fury, the Lamborghini becomes a bit of a handful at a certain point, what we've noticed.
Yeah, it seems to.
Plenty of battles. We've got a battle for the lead. We've got a battle for the final step of the podium. And we've got a battle between Matt and Empalava, Gary and Brees. Will Matt sit there though, so he doesn't have to qualify for a race? Ooh!
Ooh, Overtaker's off.
Overtaker going straight on. Was he far enough from Sutty, or did he actually increase his time to Sutty there? It looked like he's... no, it's about the same. As I jump to the race lead, the final few turns, we've got the Scari, chicane and Parabolica left. Will Dan get De Silva? And I'm getting out of breath. I need to have a bottle of Coke.
Too far away.
As you go left, right, left for the Scari. That's quite a fast chicane as well. De Silva. With Dan behind, I don't think Dan's going to do it unless De Silva spins up the rear tyres. Depends on his traction control setting. As De Silva continues his winning ways and wins this race from unorthodox. As we jump to the battle for third between Fury and Euro. as they kind of head towards the Parabolica. Will Fury hang on, or will Euro get him? Fury, yeah, Fury, look like Fury's got this. As he flashes as he crosses the line. Fury in third. Euro in fourth. Back to the Gary versus Brees battle. Oh, big impact by Brees behind Gary. Gary in fifth. Will Brees...
Oh,
no, Jamie's going to come home in sixth. Does Brees get going? No, Empalava gets past. Brees comes home in 8th. Matahimovic in 9th, so he can qualify for race 2. Peaceful Explosion in 10th. Smoky Devil rounding Parabolica. He's been off the road as well, looking for front bonnet. Overtaker and Sati have classified in 14th and 15th. Smoky Devil in 11th. Sekulovic on his Simplay debut in 12th. Nexus in 13th. And that's your result, ladies and gentlemen, for race 1.
Yorkshire Micker's on there twice.
Yeah, Yorkshire Micker is double cars, entries, and that's top 8 you can't qualify. Am I right, Matt?
You are right.
Yeah. Top 8 can't qualify. We're going to go to a short break and we will be back for qualifying for race 2. Welcome back to Simplay Motorsport. We've got the top, well, second and third in the comms box for an interview. So, we'll go to Fury. Fury, how was that for you, for race 1?
Honestly, I didn't qualify in the best position, kind of like mid-front area. Could have done a little bit better, but got not the best start, but managed to just keep it consistent, clean, and fight my way back for a podium with Yarrow keeping it very me on my tippy toes, but it was very, very, very good.
Yeah, so don't know, you'll be starting quite far back in the pack by the look of things once qualifying starts, as top 8 cannot qualify. Hopes to race 2.
Well, I mean, me and Dan scored some amazing points for the team in race 1, so hopefully we can just fight through the pack, keep it clean, keep it consistent, and just fight our way to the front and get some more points for the team.
Yeah, good luck for race 2. Well, great battle between you and Euro at the end of there as well. That was joy to flick between with that and Dan and De Silva.
Yeah,
And
it was a good battle.
And speaking of your teammate, we move over to your teammate, Dan, on for Dub 16. Daniel!
Hello, mate.
Hello! Well, this feels weird. Still feels weird, me. Hey, so, race 1, how was that with you? It was a cracking battle all race between you and De Silva.
Oh, mate, that is up there. That is probably up there with one of the best races I've ever had, especially on this game. Massive respect to De Silva. He kept me on my toes. We were trading lap times backwards and forwards, and he gave me the respect, I gave him the respect, and it was just literally 30 minutes of us within a second of one another. That was absolutely epic. Massive respect to the guy. And I may have taken P2, but I tell you what, I'm happy with that, because I had a cracking race. And that's what I love. When you get a good race like that, you just enjoy it. And big shout out to Fury. He had a bit of a troublesome start, but he kept his head cool, he kept calm, and he came back, and we scored a double podium again. Not many people have done that this season, and I think we've done it twice now. So, yeah, we're both on the podium, and yeah, good start to the night so far.
Well done.
Yeah, well done, Dan. I'll tell you what, it was few cracking battles in that first race. It was some questionable stuff as well. We'll deal with that later with stewards.
That'll come later.
Yeah, but you're probably going to be starting mid-pack because you were quite early into the session. Because I've noticed that in this game, the earlier you're into the session, the higher you are for the reverse grid. Because I love myself as a reverse grid start. But it didn't work for me yesterday, though, did it?
No.
As we move into qualifying. Yeah, so
Give it all you can.
hopes of race 2, the hour-long session.
Mainly keeping the nose clean. Me and Fury just try and work our way through the chaos and try and work our way back up the pack again. If I can have a great scrap with De Silva or any of the other guys again, that would be awesome. It is literally trying to claw as many points back on Overtake It. That's humanly possible. But I feel like we're all quite well balanced here. It's quite tight at Monza. So it all depends how lap 1, turn 1 goes, to be honest. But points is what we need. Is what we need to get through this race.
Yeah, well, I said earlier in the commentary, I noticed that the lap times between Pro and Pro-Am here are quite similar. Because the fastest in Pro-Am were in the low 49s.
Yeah, definitely so. This track is very well balanced to all cars and all categories. It's just who can nail the lap, really.
Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but when Yorkshire Mika joined the session, he came in a GT4 car.
Yeah, that sketched me out, that did. Middle of Ascari and a car joins, that was not fun. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, and just Nexus has already crashed in qualifying. Bree says actually going to be racing in race 2, so it might be a good battle between you and the Porsche as well.
Possibly so.
Yeah,
right,
so
me and Fury are going to head back to our party, but...
good luck to the FU Racing boys, and maybe speak to you in race 2, end of race 2.
Yeah, cheers, man. And again, massive shout out to De Silva. Well done on the win, buddy.
Yeah, well done to De Silva, who's obviously not in the comms box with us yet. Right, yeah. Tony.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, so here we go again for the big race, an hour-long race, where you don't win it on turn one. As I say,
Definitely not.
we're going to have all 16 cars. Brees looks like he's not working today, so he will be stampeding towards us. And hopefully he'll have a bit of run and avoid the sausage curbs on the outside of Parabolica, because they do launch cars. In the real world, we had an Aston Martin launch up the chicane. It completely destroyed the car. Them sausage curbs are dangerous.
Yeah. We saw a bit of that in the practice.
Yeah. So, no one's set a clean lap yet here in qualifying 2. But we've got the likes of Matt and Overtaker in this qualifying session, so tip for pole position. Though it could be a wild card with Yorkshire Mika. We've not actually seen him yet.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about him, do we?
No.
Difficult.
Sekulovic currently circulating in his McLaren. Sutty's out there as well, behind Yorkshire Mika. Smokey circulating. No driver set a quick clean lap. Overtaker looked like he might be on a clean lap now as he's looking at the mini map coming through Lesmo too. Nope, he's invalidated it.
Oh dear.
Matt's just come out of the pits, wherever the camera Matt. Oh, destroying the bollards. Oh well, Brees he didn't finish in top 8. He crashed on the final corner. He did. Mike. Shouldn't he be qualifying? Hang on. Tony, talk away what...
Yeah. Not a lot to talk about at the moment. I'm just following Matt round. Trying to see if anybody actually sets a lap time. Ah, there we go. Brees has just set a 150, so we've got a...
Yeah, no, we can qualify. Peaceful. He went off of the final corner and broke the car. Jamie saying Brees cannot qualify. Are you sure? Apparently Brees can't qualify, so I don't know if he's seen Discord and pulled into the pits. Yeah, no, he's set a time. He's second fastest. Sekulovic is on provisional pole with a 150.3. Yorkshire Mika comes in 3 seconds slower. Peaceful coming up to the first Ascari chicane. Don't get the sideways. I've seen enough sideways Ferrari through here from my teammate last night. Matt, Nexus, no repaired his car. Sutty, Overtaker still not done a clean lap. And Smokey. Oh. As currently, well, Brees apparently couldn't qualify, so obviously he didn't read the rules, or Matt didn't tag him. He's set a time though, unfortunately. Peaceful explosion. Crosses the line to start his flying lap. Smokey now comes to complete his lap, moves into third. Par 29 is not Empalava.
It is Empalava, 29.
But Empalava should be in the pits.
He is in the pits.
That's the game glitched. Brees though goes to provisional pole.
Well, he is in my screen anyway.
Yeah, and still in the pits on my screen.
Yeah.
Yorkshire Mika's 6th. Nexus comes in now 4th. Peaceful coming through Lesmos now. Sutty.
Overtaker's gone provisional pole, 149.
149 for the Overtaker. he's going to be probably driving really angry to start now, because that first race was a shocker.
It did not go well for him.
It did not go well at all. Matt coming through now, powering towards the Parabolica or Curva Michele Alboreto.
Easy for you to say.
Well, Michele Alboreto was a race winner for Ferrari back in the 80s. You know, when Ferrari weren't very successful. Until they got a certain Michael Schumacher. As Matt Powers puts his foot down, comes to the line, and moves into provisional second on the grid. Peaceful Explosion crosses the line in. So he completes his lap, jumps to P4. I don't know what we should do about Brees qualifying because Matt didn't tag him that he couldn't qualify. Or did he? I'm just going to double check because I'm contradicting myself and.
I'll take your word for it. You've got that info, not me.
You need to get in the Discord, Tony. Discord, where is that? I believe the links to it is in the description. I'm not sure. Yeah, because Jamie says I can't qualify, which is Brees. So peaceful. Sutty in 8th, Yorkshire Miko in the Bentley Bruisers Bentley. I really enjoyed that car in pre-season testing, but my teammate didn't want to run it because he didn't want to run anything that Simon Cowell drives. But that's the words from my teammate. As overtake is now currently coming through Curva Grande. As the next car to cross the line will be Sutty Apex. He does so and does not improve. Then we've got Matt Himovic in the number 1 Bentley towards Parabolic. The Bentley, as it's called, because it does look quite large, but besides, oh, that might be track limit. So, that might have been validated. That was very, very wide through Parabolica. Hey, Matt goes on pole. Matt is on pole.
48.
Move to Peaceful Explosion as he comes round Parabolica. Brees, Smokey, Sekulovic, Sutty and Yorkshire Miko are done with their qualifying. They do not have enough time to complete another lap. Peaceful moves up to P4. Nexus is very slow on the back straight as I jump to the Overtaker. Oh! Nexus not giving any room to the Overtaker. That, he won't be happy, Overtaker won't be happy about that. I've got a feeling most tickets tonight will be the Overtaker whining bitch.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, don't feel sorry for me, chat, being a steward. Overtaker does not improve. Well, he does improve in time. And Smokey Devil just comes out of the pits with no time left at all in this session. But Overtaker is on another hot lap because he did cross the line just in time. And he spun it, and that's his qualifying done. Will Matt improve and put pole further out of the way of anybody as he comes through the Scarby chicane on the back straight, looking at that rear diff in the diffuser of that Bentley. And the next car behind Matt to finish qualifying run will be Peaceful Explosion, and maybe no, Matt is wide. That's it. Matt's qualifying is done. We now jump to Peaceful Explosion, Mike Matthews, as he comes round the final turn. I don't know what gear he's in because if I change camera, I have to leave the lobby to reset the cameras. That's really fun. Peaceful crosses the line. Any improvement? No, stays in P4. Next car on a valid lap, I believe, is Nexus in the Audi, in the Monster Energy coloured Audi. I do have a soft spot for Monster Energy because I don't like coffee. I don't like coffee, so I've got to get my caffeine from something. But it's too late for caffeine now, chat. It's far too late. Rounds the Parabolica. the last man to complete his qualifying run because Smokey left the pits far too late. And any improvement for Nexus? No, he stays in P7 as I will now go to return to garage, so I'm on the right camera, clubbing in. Return to garage as I will bring up the qualifying times. Qualifying race 2. There we are. Matt from Overtaker from Brees, Peaceful Explosion, Smokey Devil, Sakulovic, Nexus, Sutty Apex, Yorkshire Mika, Unorthodox 16, starting in 10th. Fury, De Silva, as we now begin the readying up process. Euro, Empalava, Euro Lakia, Gary, Big Boy Brazier bringing up the back. Ooh, this race 2. So Tony, who we gonna tip for, curse for race 2?
Well, there's 2 of the fast guys up the front there, but I'm pretty sure Overtaker's going to be pretty fired up, so I'm going to make it up to him and go for him again.
Yeah, I might go for the Overtaker as well, because he is going to be... He's going to have the red mist, and a bit of red mist really makes you drive quicker.
I just hope everybody uses their common sense. It's an hour-long race.
You're not going to win it in turn 1.
Exactly.
On this lap. You ain't going to win it in turn 2, or 3, or 4. Take your time and let the race come to you.
Exactly.
It's an hour long. As I jumped to the first car, which Matt is on his pole. I don't know how many poles he's had in Simplay now. He's had a fair few.
I'm sure he'll be able to tell us later.
I know how many poles I've had in Simplay, that's including F1 and F2. 1! I've had 1 pole position. Oh, another way. Yes, there is ghosting on the formation lap, but we prefer peak drivers not to do that, because it doesn't look very professional. It was... Brees has dropped back for some reason. He's not in his grid slot at all for Brees there. As we come up to the line, 43 miles an hour or 70 kph for our European friends. 43 miles an hour for, and it's go. No one's jumped the start. Sutty has missed the start. He's starting from the pit lane. That is probably a wise decision. As I've got the drive flashing on me. As we come to turn 1. Overtaker's in the front. Oh! Nexus hit Peaceful. Peaceful's in the wall. Oh, this is messy. It's messy. Sakulovic is slow. Euro slowed. Peaceful, it looked like Peaceful and Nexus came together on that race start. Very, very, very messy. I'll just not get rid of that drive because that's annoying me.
And Matt's out in front.
Matt is now in front of the Overtaker. From Smokey Devil in 3rd. Great start by Smokey.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I've got the track map on. Apologies. Great start by Smokey, sitting there behind Overtaker. Unorthodox up to 4th. Brilliant start by Dan. Brees 5th, Fury 6th, Nexus 7th, Peaceful in 8th. He did clobber the wall there, which I hit in Formula 1 as well. Yorkshire Mika, we had lost no one. Sutty in last, but he started from the best place, I believe, in the pit lane. Don't you think, Tony?
It's safest.
Jamie's made up 4 positions so far. Euro Mika in the Bentley Bruisers, Bentley. Hopping over the curb in a star, Glavi. Yep, she got the hop there. And here. As we jump back to the lead battle between Matt and Overtaker.
It's hopefully, all very close.
It is very close at the start. There's battles everywhere. We don't have enough cameras. The biggest gap is between Fury and Nexus at 1.4 seconds.
Yeah.
Pit lane's open for repairs, but the window doesn't open until 20 minutes into the race. To remind chat. Dan up to third. Who we lot? Oh, it'll be Smokey getting gobbled up by the field. Smokey very late on the brakes near Fury.
Fury's in fifth.
And we've got the usual suspects now in first, second and third. We have Matt Himovic from Overtaker. And Orthodubs. Brees in fourth, who shouldn't technically qualified. Fifth is Fury. Sixth is Smoky Devil. Nexus in seventh. De Silva up to eighth. He's struggling to get through the pack though. Oh, Smoky hopping over the curbs. Oh, here's another car off behind. Who was it? Who was it? I believe it's Peaceful. No, it's a McLaren. It's De Silva. De Silva is off. As Empalava, Big Boy Brazier, Larry 131, Euro Lakia, Yorkshire Mika, Sakula. Words are hard, okay. And bringing up the rear now is Sutty Apex. I know how you feel in race 2, Sutty. He's not damaged, Joe. Look how twitchy the car is. Unless he's not on his wheel and he's driving on his pad. As we jump back to the lead battle between Matt Himovic and Overtaker. It's just so many places to work. This is why we love racing. In real world and sim. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Join Facebook. I believe the Facebook page might be leaked, even though I'm not on Facebook, so I couldn't look at that. Matt leads from Overtaker, and Orthodub's now up to third. Fury is now up to fourth, for Brees right up his exhaust pipe. They still it.
You nearly said it, didn't you?
Exhaust pipe diffuser. Oh, Fury saw Brees coming and gave him the space. Sensible driving there by Joe. And I just pressed something on my laptop. 1 sec. As we go back to the lead battle, because I don't really need to look at that. 1 sec. Here we go. That's that sorted. But Dan now watching these two will Overtaker get very aggressive. We know. Oh, that's wide. That's very wide by Overtaker through Lesmo 1. Smoky Devil. Oh, Smoky gave Peaceful the squeeze into the Lesmos. Ooh, that looked a bit naughty. That looked a bit naughty. Pulled to Silver though. Must have a damaged car from going off in the second chicane the previous lap. Yorkshire Mika Sukulovic 15th and Sutty in 16th. Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, because Overtaker went off, didn't he? So. But Dan is now in front of Overtaker. The Lambo looking good round here at Monza, the Temple of Speed. Marvellous Monza, magnificent Monza. One of the old pre-Tilka circuits. The chicanes are put in because the lap times are getting too fast, yet ironically Rubens Barrichello in... trying to remember the year... 2000... No, it wasn't Barrichello, it was Montoya in 2004. Broke the speed record around here. Brees and Fury are having a lovely little battle.
Yeah. So close.
Oh, that's Smokey cutting the chicane. Technically, he should let everyone through, if not he's gained time. He is. Gary's passed. Big Boy Brazier down in 10th, with Euro for company. Peaceful now in 12th, with De Silva. Yorkshire Mika having a battle with Sukulovic. Said it right now. And Sutty supporting everybody by bringing up the rear. Overtaker's now starting to get a little bit closer to Unorthodox for second place. Pit window doesn't open for another 13 minutes. So any drivers with any damage There wasn't a lot of respect given on that race start. Oh, overtaker! Oh, he narrowly missed the wall, but he did club over sausage curbs, and them sausage curbs do damage the car. Fury's now in front of Bruce, but these two seem to be slipstreaming and having a right royal ding-dong. Empolavsky in 7th, Gary in 8th. Big Boy Brazier now up to 9th ahead of his teammate in Michael Massey's Mango Lassie.
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. Euro's now having a look at Smoky Devil into Parabolica, and he's got him. Lovely move there by Euro. De Silva, I believe Peaceful's been around again. He's dropped off the back of De Silva. As we jump back to the leader, Matt Himovic, with an Orthodubs in 2nd. Overtake a further 5.6 seconds behind on Orthodubs, with Fury and Brees catching him. Nexus in 6th, Empolavsky in 7th, Gary in 8th. Big Boy, as I cycle through all the cars again. De Silva, Peaceful Explosion, Yorkshire Mika, Kulovic, Sati Apex. Closest battle now on track appears to be, well, Brees is still within a second of Fury. As I jump to Fury. That's less than a second. And there's a second between Nexus and Impalava. And also a second between Euro and De Silva. And Smoky Devil.
It's a few little battles. But a long way to go.
Oh, 50 minutes. It is a long way. Well, not compared to what these got for real life guys do. They do 2-hour stints. Well, 2 or 3 hour stints, but they do pit every hour to change tyres and it resets for stint time in GT World Challenge. What this game is based on. But the PS5 version and the Xbox Series S and X version have the more up-to-date cars and liveries. De Silva's now hunting down Euro. Looked like De Silva got away with any damage without little incident hopping the curves at the second chicane. It is very chrome looking McLaren. Oh, look at them.
Getting very close to overtaker.
Look at the power of De Silva. No, but Euro has a better top end to the McLaren. As they side by side into the first chicane. Hard on the brakes. And De Silva is past Euro. Lovely move. Absolutely spot on driving. As I jump to Fury. Yep, Fury has got a nice brown McLaren in front of him. With overtaker Dan 4.7 seconds off the race lead. Again, FU looking very strong.
Yeah.
Between Dan and Fury. I tell you what, who's impressed me most, other than launching it over the curbs? Yeah, Brees has actually impressed me with a lot tonight as well. Oh, there's a battle. Oh, Gary's been off the road. He's lost out to a few cars. He's turned his Bentley into a tractor. Technically, the other tractors are Lamborghinis, because Lamborghini used to make tractors before they made cars. And Peaceful is...
Fury's alongside overtaker.
Fury's overtaking Smoky Devil as I just caught that pass. Oh, Smoky just hip checked Peaceful. Oh no. That's messy. As I now jump to Overtaker. Fury's in front. Fury has passed Overtaker. Go on, Fury. As Mummy Deezer says, come on Dan and Fury in chat. Oh, what is Overtaker doing there? Oh, wow. That is... Wow, what was that? That caught on stream. He just launched it over the curb. What was he doing? What was he thinking? Don't believe
he
Fury.
Must have done a lot of damage to the car.
Oh, that would have done a lot of damage to the floor. Okay, they're not as fragile as F1 cars, GT cars, those, but there's still some aerodynamics there for the rear diffuser. where it tries to generate downforce. Because if you look at the size of Matt's Bentley here, it has a massive rear diffuser to generate that rear grip. Because they don't really have the speed to do it with wings like an F1 car does, or the lightness. But what was Overtaker doing? Jamie now up to 8th, De Silva's up to 9th, so he's got it in front of Gary, but Gary did turn his Bentley into a tractor. But then again, though, he is from Suffolk, so that's kind of normal for us in Suffolk. Peaceful's having a mare of a race. He's now behind his teammate Apex. He must have quite a bit of damage with that hit as well, because he was backwards into the wall with that hit with Smokey. Smokey has some damage. The cleanest car is Matt, but Dan is slowly winding Matt back in. It's now 4.4 seconds. Fury a further 8.4 behind Dan. Brees 3.6 with Overtaker behind him. What's Overtaker gonna do? We will watch this, because Brees moves to the inside to defend the line, which he has every right to. Overtaker not given any room, but Brees had the racing line. That is just racing. It's hard racing. Brees has every right to defend his line. Big Boy Brazier close to the back of De Silva, but that was a pass for position. De Silva's moving up now. He's got 3 seconds to Empalava. Dan is catching Matt slowly but surely. 6 minutes until the pit window open. Overtaker is back. Was that Overtaker on Brees? Cameraman, where are you? What's all this then? Yeah, Overtaker's caught Brees back up. We'll keep an eye on this, because that is not 1 second anymore. That is tense.
That's a lot closer.
As he come into the Aslavi chicane.
0.2.
Yeah, that is definitely not a second. Brees being nice and steady in the Porsche. My nephew. You need Red Bull if you want wings. No, you don't want that drink. Ugh. What is Overtaker doing again? He's just going for moves that are not there. What? You're the reigning pro champion. That move was never going to work. Brees was going to turn right anyway for the corner. Interesting.
Is he struggling with damage from earlier on?
If you're struggling with damage, Joe, you pit and fix it, don't you?
Well, you would have thought so.
But now he's behind Nexus. Matt's pulled another 0.3 of a second up on Dan. Dan looked. Fury hasn't gone through time on Luke. Fury's 9.6 behind Dan. Brees, who's surviving his battles with Overtaker and everybody else in the Porsche. Overtaker behind Nexus. De Silva's now up to P7. A car's gone off somewhere, trying to figure out who it is. I believe it might have been Empalava. Sukulovic, our newest driver, one of our newest drivers here in Pro at Simplay Motorsport in 12. With Yorkshire Mick, the other newest driver into Simplay Motorsport in his Bentley, in 13th. Position I knew very well, 13th. I believe Sutty just gave a cheeky little flash to us. He must be watching the stream. Smokey and Peaceful close together. 5 seconds now, the gap to the lead. Nexus, Overtaker's got in front of Nexus. But here comes De Silva. In his chrome McLaren. Try not to be on him for too long, because we had that. Maybe he has a problem with his setup, but he's also on pad. Wolfgang. And as someone who plays this on a pad, great to have new drivers, is indeed. Well, it's been very popular, as ACC have. More popular than Project Cars. Even though some of us miss Project Cars. So I'm on pad, as I was saying, I drive this on pad and I struggle with some places. And you get a hint of damage and the car's just undrivable, nearly. Or very difficult. 4.6 seconds gap to the lead. Fury's now 10 seconds now behind unorthodox. Brees 7. Overtaker's now winding in Brees again. De Silva just passed Nexus in the silver chrome McLaren. Larry in 9th, Euro 10th, Empalava in 11th for Vattel Buffout Racing. That's their team name, with Overtaker. Sekulovic in 12th, Yorkshire Mico in 13th, Sutty 14th, Smokey 15th, Peaceful 16th. There's a battle brewing here between Sutty, Smokey and Peaceful. It's gently on the boil right now. It's in the slow cooker. It's building. Shut up, you're doing really well. I am tripping over my words. De Silva. Oh, De Silva is past Nexus. I'm sure I'll cover that. De Silva, clear. Ooh, overtaker must have damage from curb hopping. Because I curb hopped and it broke my suspension and my car was like, like that. I had no choice. I had to pit. 4.3 gap to the lead. Everyone's kind of in a little world now. Larry and Euro's quite close. Let's go to there. As Euro hunts, can the Ferrari get in front of the Bentley? Empalava and the McLaren there. And they're here.
It's there.
And now it's everywhere. It is good to get new drivers in. We're getting them in Pro-Am as well. But we're in now for the last 3 races after this. Next week on Wednesday and Thursday will be Pro-Am at Zolder in Belgium. And F1 this Sunday with your commentator Dan Davis. Or on for Dub 16. I'm on him right now. On the camera, bringing you the F1 from Kota. Will I have a better result in the Ferrari? Or has the sim version of the Ferrari turned into the real life version of Ferrari and they're shooting themselves in the foot all the time? Tune in and find out. Like, comment, subscribe. There's a pit window now opens. Any early callers to the pits? Will Fury pit early as he's 10 seconds behind his teammate Dan? He does not. Brees. Does Brees come in? He's holding it quite tight. Is he coming in? No. Brees is not. Overtaker is not.
No.
De Silva. No. No one in yet for an early pit stop. Big boy Brazier. Gary into the pits. Gary's the first to pull the trigger to pit. With Empalava behind him. Empalava's coming in very hot. Sekulovic does not pit. Yorkshire Mika. No, he carries on his way. Sutty Apex not in.
Smokey's coming in.
Smokey's coming in. Peaceful's coming in. So far 4 cars now in the pits. As Matt continues to lead. Dan looked quite wide coming through Lesmo too. Fury dropping further back. He just doesn't seem to have the pace as much as his teammate or Matt. Lovely green car. That is such a good camera angle actually of the cars going through the Scari. Oh, De Silva. Cameraman, come on, pick him up. Here we go. De Silva's 0.7 of a seconds behind Overtaker. I'm surprised Overtaker didn't pit.
Gary's on his way out the pits.
Yeah, he's completed his pit stop. His one has turned to green, which means he has completed all his
Lava's on his way out.
means they have completed the mandatory stops. So I watched the silver behind Overtaker. Overtaker been very aggressive. We did say he had red mist. Overtaker's holding Parabolica tight. Is Overtaker going to come into the pits this lap? He does not. He carries on.
Peaceful's on his way out, and Smokey.
Peaceful's jumped Smokey, so Peaceful had a bit less damage than Smokey Devil did. As the leaders are... I'm looking on the mini-map. Smokey and Peaceful are a lap down. Oh, that hurts. That does hurt. Smokey equals a joke, says Mike Matthews in YouTube chat. Dan has caught Matt. He's catching Matt. He's only 3.8 seconds behind him. The hunt is on. Sekulovic and Yorkshire Miko are now pitting. Hopefully Sekulovic has managed to select the right box to change his tyres. Yorkshire Miko's looking for his pit box. He can't find it. Sutty. Euro. As I hop through the cameras, 3.6 seconds. Is Gary holding up his teammate? I wouldn't think that'd be wise. Is Matt coming in the pits? Will Matt be pitting, or is he using the toe of Gary's Bentley and the boy Bentley, the Jaeger Motorsports working together? I believe Yorkshire Mix. No. Unorthodox pits. Dan is in the pits. Will the undercut work? Fury can't pit because Dan is in the coming into the pit lane.
That's
Brees.
true on Gary.
Overtakers right on the back of Brees again. We're going to focus on it. Hope Matt and Dan play nice. Overtaker and Brees. Overtaker's now looking on the outside. Brees is defending his line. Overtaker is clearly much further in front, and misses his break and goes off and misses his braking point. He technically has to give that back because he gained time, which he does. Well done, Overtaker. Now look at the silver win on this as well. Race 1 winner, Race 2 winner last week at Zandvoort. Dan has finished the stop and is away. Sutty is now in the pits for the Simplay racing team. With him and Mike Matthews. AKA Peaceful Explosion, who is not a happy punny. I can tell. This is the
idea.
This is the closest battle on track between De Silva, Brees and Overtaker.
That's the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at as well. I'm keeping an eye on the numbers, see who's pitting. Yorkshire Mick has come back in. Oh, Overtaker's off again! And heavily into the wall through Ascari. He really is struggling today. That looked like a heavy hit. How much damage is on that? That'll buff out McLaren. That'll buff out. It'll be fine. Now just that, yeah. Gaffer tape the cables.
Oh, he's off again.
Oh,
Wide
really?
Again.
Yeah, Brees is now pitting. Yeah, he's off again. Is he coming in the pits?
Yeah, he's coming
bit
in.
of an illegal pit entry as well. Jamie's pitting behind them both. That was a bit of a pit lane cut there. Yorkshire Mick has completed his stop. Matt is coming round Lesmo 1. Finally in front of his teammate. Fury's in second. Driving very solidly as old Fury. Could be contender of driver of the day. Fury and Dan. Also De Silva. De Silva's worked his way up. And Brees has actually impressed me tonight as well. Much like Monza. Who doesn't like Monza? Monza's a great track. Jamie, quiet night by Big Boy Brazier. Very quiet night. As Dan is in ninth, but Brees is now about to leave the pit lane. He is. So Dan should be the highest person who's pitted once it's sorted itself out through the retirement loop. And I've got 5 people watching my personal stream. Make sure
Jamie and Overtaker are on the way out of the pits.
Yep. 5 people now watching my personal stream. Make sure you head to Simplay Motorsport on YouTube, where I am commentating for. I'm just using my stream as the broadcast. So, yep, Dan is the highest person who's pitted in 6th place. Fury's now in the pits. Ooh, heavy damage by Sekulovic. He might... Oh, he stopped. He's reset to pit. You're allowed to do that. But he should have just carried on moving, to be honest. He was in the pit lane. He actually held up to Silver a little bit. Just a wee bit. It's been nearly halfway through this race and I really need a drink. Bear with me 1 second. Tony, over to you.
Yeah. You're leaving me with this lot?
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm just trying to see if there's a really close battle on track, but there isn't at the moment.
No, they're all fairly spread out looking at the mini-map.
Yeah.
When will Matt pit? Because both FU Racing boys have pitted.
Gary's not far behind Jamie.
Jamie pushing track limits through the Ascari chicane, as did Gary, so that's null and void. That if they both do it, will they jump to Silver? To Silver is away and rolling. As we wait for Fury's pit stop to filter to see where he is in relation to his teammate.
4th on my screen.
Yeah, but I think he's behind his teammate. He is indeed behind his teammate.
Yeah, he's 5th.
Matt is pitting. Matt is now pulled the trigger. He's coming in the pits. Will Nexus follow him? Just 3 people left to do their mandatory pit stop. With Nexus and Euro as well. Quite a night. Well, there's been some great racing in these races and some very, very questionable racing as well.
That'll all come out in the wash.
Nexus does pit. He comes into the pits now in the Monster Energy terminal velocity of his team. Teammate with Akbar, but Akbar's not here this week. Is Tony in training for commentary? Yes.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Through? What?
Mummy D in YouTube chat. Someone's
I'm doing
taking
my
it.
best. I'm not as good at it as the rest of them.
Matt is away. Where does Matt filter out? Oh, Dan's just come through Parabolica, so it looked like it's pretty much situation even Stevens.
Well, we've got Nexus in the pits and Euro still to pit.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Euro's yet to pit. So 1 person remaining in the pit. He's got another 9 minutes to make sure he's in the pit lane to complete his mandatory pit stop. I'm just looking for the closest battle. Matt coming through the second chicane a little bit sideways. He's been watching Daz, Automatic, my teammate in Pro-Am, who I have actually known for about 11, 12 years from the previous clan. You're doing a great job, Mummy D says.
What, you or me?
You,
or both?
Both. The Silver's
oh,
like...
right, then. As long as we're keeping people entertained, that's the main thing.
Sutty's back in the pits.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. What's happened, Sutty? Sutty, what have you done? Oh, he's sorting something out probably on his MFD. Euro's coming to the pits behind him. Ooh, that looked quick by Euro, not gonna lie. So, Matt,
I think he's okay. Yeah, he is.
you won't know until he's got a speed and penalty until he exits.
Oh, right, okay.
So Matt is coming up to lap Smoky Devil and Yorkshire Mika. I'm looking at the mini-map. Blue flags are waving, but in GT racing, it's the faster car's responsibility to get past the slower car.
So he's on his way out the pits.
Yeah. But the slower car cannot fight the faster car. But if you feel you're faster than them, you don't have to let them past. Yeah, Euro's the last man in his pits. The car's decked down on the deck, and we're away. Good stop by Euro. Well, 30 seconds. His car looked quite clean. He's going to come out behind Nexus. Jamie and Gary might jump him as well. As we watch the car, Euro come out of pits, I can see the purple Audi of Big Boy Brazier coming down the start finish line straight. Jamie at full speed. Oh, this is going to be close. Yeah, Jamie's passed. Plenty of space given. Just. So Matt, in the pits, before the pit stops, there was about 3 point something seconds. Matt has managed to gap Dan by 6 seconds into the pit stops. Just looking at the relative time, 5.5 seconds through that sector. As I go to, the cameraman doesn't find. Oh, the cameraman's found Fury as he comes through, heads towards the Ascari chicane. Oh, Dan is that Dan? Dan's spun it. Dan's off. What? Did he clip the curb? He might have clipped the curb and lost it.
He's lost a lot of time to Fury.
He's lost a lot of time with Fury and a lot of time with Matt, but there's still 25 minutes of this race left. Anything can happen in the next 25 minutes. Well, there was something where anything can happen in the next 30 seconds. That was Thunderbirds, wasn't it? In the next half an hour, wasn't it? Which is about right. Jamie now up to 7th. Empalava 10th. Overtaker in 11th. You can see, if you don't watch the driver, you can tell those who are on pad by how their driver reacts. Overtaker's on pad, and you can see the drivers maybe like roboty. But if you like watch Empalava, his teammate who's on a wheel,
a lot smoother.
A lot smoother. The other pad user I know of is Big Boy Brazier. And by now his PS4 must be shouting at him about how noisy it gets. Don't Jamie quite well for it now. Done nearly 3 seasons on the F1 game as teammates. And he's quite local to me. Much to his curse. Knowing me. Oh, Fury. Yeah, will Dan let Fury through? Because Fury is the car behind his teammate. Good points though for FU Racing. Very good points here for FU Racing with another double podium if they can finish.
I'm saying nothing.
Don't say anything. We're not saying anything. That's why I said if. There's a lot of ifs in motor racing. Like if I didn't get that 1 damage. I'm still a bit angry about it, by the way. Oh, I think Dan might be settling back in. The Silver's 12 seconds off the back of the FU boys. Breeze, Nexus.
There are just not any real close battles, are there?
Everyone, as apart from Dan and Fury, there's no close battles at all. Excuse me.
Fairly spread out.
Yeah. Well, Overtaker's now in front of Empalava. No, is he? No, Overtaker's still behind his teammate. In the battle buff out racing McLarens, in the Simplay Motorsport, Ferrari is Peaceful Explosion, Yorkshire Miko and Bentley Bruisers Bentley.
That does look nice in black. I agree with you.
The white actually on it looks quite nice as well, but if maybe red, then it looked a bit like a Black Widow spider. Yeah. Sutty in last. Well, 15th. We've lost a driver. We have lost Sukulovic. Sukulovic has left the session. So that is a retirement. That is a qualifying ban. If he races next week at Zolder. Find out on next Thursday. Where you join me and possibly Tony if he's not working in the comms box. Maybe Bozzy be back. We don't know.
Hold your breath.
But don't hold your breath.
No. For either scenario.
Now with a nearly 20-second lead. Yeah, but if it's not gone well, don't leave the session. You can come back out and carry on running laps, even if you're last.
Yeah.
Like, I had a mare race too, didn't leave, kept going, just circulated, because someone else might have had an accident and had 2 minutes worth of damage. Then I'm back past. Or anyone's back past, as an example. This isn't like Project Cars 2, like where you're out. Or F1, where if you crash out, you're out. Like if your TV decides to switch to HDR settings or going through a corner. Never happened to me. Fury. Yep, the closest battle is Fury and Unorthodox. Come on, boys, do not hit each other.
I don't think they will. I think they'll just stick together. They know they don't
Overtaker's losing time now to his teammate. Has he picked up more damage? Won't be surprised launching over the curbs.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
No. The curbs are lava. I came to that conclusion. And anything green on the outside of the racetrack, that's lava as well. Yorkshire Micker. Not doing bad. The only newbie left standing. Has a pro licensing game though, so he's done plenty of racing on ACC. Smokey, and then Sutty. Lap to the lead over is 20 seconds. Closest battle is Fury behind his teammate of Unorthodox. De Silva in fourth. Not really gaining on these two either. Everyone seems to be balancing out with 20 minutes left of the race.
Yeah.
Oh, Euro and...
Jamie.
Hello, DJ Phil in the YouTube chat. Welcome. Your TV remote was the other side of the room and my TV nearly switched off during the second race yesterday. Yeah, mine happened in Hungary for the F1. And in F1 if you hit anything hard enough, it's terminal. And that's what happened to me. Because it changed the HDR settings on the PlayStation. Because I got 4K. For those techie people in chat, hello and welcome. We like techie people. We might need some techie people to sort things out. Fury's dropped back from Dan. It's 2.5 seconds now.
Must have had a little moment or something.
Maybe a little nibble at his own teammate. I do like the Lamborghini, though, but if you ever see them in the one that raced a few years ago in British GT, was black and green, by Barwell Motorsport, lovely car. Got some photos of it as well, really nice car. Got a livery of it made on Gran Turismo. So now the closest battle is between Big Boy Brazier and Euro Lakia for P7. Everything seems to be just going quiet with the final 18 minutes. Pit window is now shut, but everyone's done their mandatory pit stops. Oh, I'm level 68 in Matt's stream chat. I just looked over.
I haven't got his on, I'm afraid.
So Euro, it's 0.9 of a second behind Big Boy Brazier as they go through the next time. Jamie's pulled away a little bit, just a wee bit. Overtaker's definitely having a moment because he's now 12 seconds off his teammate. But he won't give up. You should never give up. Unless you can't physically... Oh, Fury's missed his braking point at the first chicane. I just caught it as looking at Smokey. This Fury now pushing too hard and I hit my mic, apologies. Is Fury struggling with tyres? Or heat in the tyres? He's getting excited, he's there with his teammate. But brilliant photo op though. Both FU racing boys coming across the line. So yeah, all the battle seems to be spread out. Overtaker still seems to be struggling here and there. Peaceful.
Pretty much everywhere.
In 12th. Yorkshire Mika 13th. In the lovely... I tell you what, I don't think he's made many mistakes either. Your Yorkshire Mika in the Bentley Bruisers Bentley. That'd be weird if it was a Bentley Bruisers Aston Martin or McLaren, wouldn't it? That'd just be weird. Smokey, Sutty in 15th. Oh, he's...
Am I mistaken? Fury's got past Dan.
Oh,
He has.
he has. Fury has. Dan had a mistake in the Scari, and because we were looking further down the field, we didn't see it because Clark Plus keep covering the league cars Formula 1, as in the real world. I believe Dan made a mistake. Does Dan have any damage? Let's just have a look at his car. May have ran wide. But if you're going to lose a position, you might as well lose it to your teammate. Right? Dan locked up into the first chicane.
So has he got some damage?
Has he got damage, or is his tyres starting to get a bit screamy at him? But looking very comfortable now as he's about to put a lap on Peaceful Explosion is Matahimovic. That Bentley looks like it's going strong for race 2. What could have been in race 1? It might have been a real big battle between De Silva, and Overdubs and Matt. I forgot my train of thought again. Brees has been quite solid, I think. Definitely contender for driver of the day. Those in chat, with 15 minutes left, put down who you think.
Let us know.
Let us know who you think is your driver of the day. I don't know how to do votes because you'd have to type it. And welcome back to Daz. Daz, you've missed the interesting race 2. Fury's Dan's back on Fury. This is the closest battle between the FU boys. They're coming up to the lap. Smokey is right in the way. Oh, Smokey, come on, just lift a little bit and get out of the way. Daz Automatic in YouTube chat is my teammate. Fury, Dan's giving Smokey a flash. Smokey, don't go on the grass, you will not stop in time. Oh, God. Oh, Smokey, that was very close to being very awful. Normally the top 3 from Pro-Am go up to Pro, and the bottom 3 in the championship in Pro gets demoted into Pro-Am. That's how it normally works. But because we've had a lot of intake from Simplay Motorsport, not Simplay Motorsport, that's who we are, SimGrid, we might have to do some qualifyings as well and introduce an AM League. So another night of racing. That's the thought process so far. But keep an eye on the Discord, I found out more. What is Fury doing? What was Fury's weaving? That looked like a weave. That's a no-no. We penalise Leon Ferdy in the F1 for that.
I don't think his teammate will complain.
No, I don't think. It's been quite a okay race. Some very, very, very interesting things. To be honest, Wolfinator, your place, you should be a pro anyway. So, with your pace at some place tracks, but we'll have to find out. De Silva is slow. Well, Dan and Fury might be holding each other. Dan's now in front of Fury. Fury's giving Dan a flash.
Yeah. I think they're having a bit of fun out there, those two.
I think they're having fun, yeah. Because I think they've realised they're never going to catch Matt. Matt's comfortably in the lead unless Matt makes a mistake. Hopefully he doesn't.
Pipe and slippers.
Pipe and slippers. Get out, change the engine. That's what Murray Walker once said for commentary when Schumacher won his first race for Ferrari in 1996. Because it was a very wet race.
Fury's hit the curb there, went off a little bit wide.
Yeah. Kicked up the dust. Euro is really close to Jamie. Look, oh. Can he get past with 11 minutes and 48 seconds to go? I love GT racing. This is far superior to Formula 1. I know if I had the money I could go out and buy these cars. I can't ever buy a Formula 1 car and drive it on the road legally.
No.
Gary's not far behind this fight. He's only about 4 seconds behind. Meanwhile, should we go back to the Dan and Fury? Nah, that's stalemate. It's 3 seconds in between that now. I think they've realised, oh, here comes De Silva. Overtaken now. 13.6 seconds. He's really struggling tonight. Aidan in the chat, was there an incident or has Matt just checked out? Overtaker went off. Well, has Matt completely checked out completely from the rest of the field? Missed the entire race. Matt's pretty much there from the start. He has for race 2 because he had a bit of a bad race 1. It was a few incidents in race 1, so he didn't have to. He could qualify for race 2. Dan's had the best night with 2 P2s so far. Not jinxing it because we're not finished yet. But if things stay as they are, Dan has had a very good night. Fury has dropped further back, but he's got to be careful because the Silver is closing. Once he can get past the lapped car of Smoky Devil. Big Boy Brazier, Euro, they're still quite close.
Yeah.
And if you missed the race, make sure you watch the VOD afterwards. And find out what happened. And watch race 1 as well. And watch all previous streams which are kept on Simplay Motorsport. Commentator's curse. No, we've already done that to a few people.
I've got a 100% record.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. Gary in 9th with Empalava for close company. They're going to have a little cuddle. Cameraman's completely lost Overtaker. I mean, he's not even the same postcode. Oh, well, look at the damage on Overtaker's car. Oh, that's a sorry looking sight. Poor McLaren. He's been off again.
Yeah.
He has. There's Peaceful coming through Evergrande now. Yorkshire Mick has been very, very steady and solid with his race. Smoky Devil looks like he's trying to race Bryce. And remember, put on your driver of the day into chat. Oh, Smoky, come on. He's faster than you, and you're fighting him. Remind you of anyone? Just saying. Yorkshire, Sutty bringing up the rear because we've had one retirement with. I forgot how to say it again. Oh, yeah, him. But Matt looking very comfortable. 8 minutes left of the race. Still, that's about 4 laps of the race left. 4 to 5 laps. Dan in second. Fury in third, but De Silva, but 2.7 seconds behind him. Race 1 winner, De Silva. Brees in 5th. Nexus in 6th. Quiet night for Nexus in the Audi.
Closest I can see at the moment is Plava on the back of Gary.
Oh, Euro was wide at Lesmo 1 behind Jamie. And Palava looked like he's going to be past Gary.
Yeah.
Cameraman, what you doing?
Oh, Gary gave him a little nudge there.
They're probably in the same... No, they won't be in the same party. Palava does party with Overtaker. Overtaker's still driving around with that really badly damaged McLaren. Where's Peaceful on the track? Yeah, you lose movement position if you don't. I don't blame him driving around. Oh my god. Oh. That's got suspension issues and everything now. Bad night in the office for the Overtaker. Monza not his strong circuit, I guess. My strong circuit if you saw my performance in F1 and in Pro-Am last night. Matt now for 27 seconds in the lead.
Almost 28.
Nearly 28 seconds in the lead. My PS4 Slim's being rather loud. I probably need to take it apart before next week to do the thermal paste. Brees. Again, votes for drivers of the day in chat. Just comment who you think has been the driver of the day. Me and Tony will do ours later, after the interviews. Or before the interviews. As I flick through the cars quickly. Fury's probably got one eye kind of looking on his rearview mirror. Because he can see a chrome McLaren hunting him down. With De Silva. I know the McLaren's a tractor in F1, but Overtaker... I
just read that.
I don't know. There's no Hondas in Pro. There is a Honda in Pro-Am, but Matt won't like me saying that. But if you're gonna buy a decent lawnmower, you buy a Honda, wouldn't you? And Palava is still quite close to Gary. Looks like that's the closest battle. Gary and Empalava for 9th and 10th. Field very spread out in race 2. Incredibly spaced out. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Next car for Matt to lap is Overtaker. It is. As I just... Someone in my cheers for following my personal stream. Make sure you check out Simplay Motorsport. And someone in my chat says, Overtaker driver 99 driver of the day for if he hits any remaining signs. That was in my personal stream. No, but it's actually in a rule. Don't take the signs out. Oh, I think Matt's eased off a little bit because there's now 27 seconds gap to Dan. We've got a battle between Fury and De Silva.
Yeah.
It's on for the final podium place. Who will get it? Will it be Fury? Don't touch the grass. As I found out last night, you don't want to be on there. You're gonna go straight on. As we watch this battle, I'm keeping an eye on the mini-map though to see if Overtaker lets Matt pass cleanly to lap him. Unless you want to keep an eye on that, Tony.
On what, sorry?
Overtaker and Matt. Safe as stay behind Overtaker. Oh! De Silva around the outside! Whoa, what a move! What a move! De Silva past Fury!
Matt is past Overtaker.
Matt is past Overtaker. That was a fantastic move. Very late on the brakes by De Silva. Then Fury. It's just like that Chrome McLaren stops. Has he got F1 carbon ceramic brakes in it? And not normal brakes the GT car has.
This could be the battle right to the end now.
Yeah, we've got 2 and a bit minutes. Matt is our... It won't be last lap this time, it'll be last lap next time, Barry. It does look like this is the only battle. From 11th downwards are a lap behind. Or more. Sutty's in front of Smokey. So Sutty is not last place. But a bad night for Simplay racing. Yeah. He's got this McLaren. Yes, wait a minute. That McLaren by De Silva is really well hooked up. Especially this late into the race as well. Question is, he's 7 seconds behind Dan and about 1, possibly 2 laps left.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. Unless Dan has a major disaster.
This Dan has a major disaster, which anything's possible in 2 minutes. But Matt is very comfortably in the lead from an orthodubs. De Silva just in shock coming through the first chicane. He's dropping Fury. Maybe the Lamborghini's tyres have gone off again. Brees in 5th.
They do seem to struggle with that, don't they?
Yeah, we've had nobody living their driver of the day in chat, so... Tony, with 1 minute left, who would you say is your driver of the day?
Well, he's been solid all night. I'm going to go with Brees, as I think you are.
Yeah. And in fact, he made race too.
People done really well, but yeah, I'll go with Brees.
Yeah. I'm going to say Brees as well, but Dan definitely a close second for it. Dan's been solid both races. As he's now put a lap on Yorkshire Micker. Lap slowly coming down. The gap is slowly as we start with an orthodubs by Daz. The fans have voted an orthodubs. Dan by Mummy D, but well, naturally.
Yeah.
Dan for consistency by Aidan. So the fans have voted an orthodubs as driver of the day.
I think that's fair enough. Who are we to argue?
Exactly. We're not to argue, but Quiet Night by Nexus. Well, Jamie's catching. Euro's back of Jamie as well. I'll just keep an eye where the number 1 car is so we can get him crossing the line. But we're just going to watch how this unfolds. 3-way battle now for P7. No, 2-way, but Nexus in far away in the other Audi, but not Jamie's teammate. De Silva though, solid drive by De Silva as well, to be honest. Also very close with him being driver of the day. He's definitely got that McLaren well hooked up. As we come to Matt. Hidden comment that you can't see, Tony, in YouTube chat. I can't repeat what it says on stream. As Matt comes to Parabolica. Pretty much a lights to flag. Yeah, it does struggle with tyre deck. As Matt rounds the Parabolica to win race 2 by a comfortable margin.
The leader has finished the race.
Lights to flag victory there. As
Very
Dan
comfortable.
now, very comfortable win. As Dan, the fans' driver of the day, crosses the line in 2nd. Overtaker finishes in 11th, a lap down. Matt backed off a lot in that final lap. De Silva home 3rd. Fury 4th. Brees 6th, as our race winners just joined the comms box. Nexus there around the Parabolica. There's still going off between Euro and Jamie, I believe. Nexus is wide in Parabolica. Euro's on the inside of Big Boy Brazier. Euro has got Jamie in the final corner.
Wow.
What a move by Euro to get Jamie. Matt for driver of the day. Okay, DJ Phil. Empalava, our last person on the lead lap, will come home in a very, very dirty looking McLaren with all the tyre marbles. Empalava in 10th. And that is our result for... We had one retirement with him.
Sekulovic.
The one in 16th. So he will have a qualifying ban for race 1 next week at Zolder. Here's Zolder. And we move to our... well, at the moment we've only got Matt in the party. So Matt, how was your race 2?
Just 2 seconds.
Green line, give it all you got.
Okay. And hopefully Dan will get in the party as well for coming second. Unless he's here for an interview. So that was a wonderful race. There's Dan. As we move straight away to Dan. Well, Dan, another solid result.
Yeah, man, that was good. Matt just had the pace, nothing I could do. Obviously, he had the advantage of being at the front and out of the trouble. But no, fair play to Matt. He drove a very consistent, clean race, and he was gone. There was nothing I could do. I made one too many mistakes, and fair play to him. We knew we were going to be tight here, and I just made one too many mistakes. But I'll take 2 seconds, over the moon with that. Massive points for us in the teams, with a second and a third and a fourth. So Fury's a bit disappointed at the end there, but either way, we'll walk away Monza very, very happy.
It was quite. Did you have a nice little battle with Fury for a few of them laps as well?
It wasn't really a fight as such. We both kept making mistakes, and we've learnt from Silverstone not to get too close to one another. So yeah, we were just giving each other the space and respect, and yeah, we were just too busy tripping over ourselves, you know, just not each other, but just ourselves, for example. So it's just, yeah,
Just looked like you were having a bit of fun.
Yeah, we were enjoying it. Like I said, he's just a bit disappointed at the end of the race. His car just went bad at the end. But like I said, it was good points for us in the team's championship, and I really hope that we've brought the gap down. I know Matt is away for 2 rounds, and I know obviously Overtaker has had a shocker this weekend, and then Plava's not been there either. So it's solid points for us. So we can walk away here with our heads held high.
And you've got the fans vote for driver of the day as well in YouTube chat. So
hey, it's been a while since I've had one of them, so thank you guys in the chat. It's been awesome. Awesome round, and yeah, once you keep it clean and stay out of trouble, it all falls into place.
Onwards to Zolder.
Yeah, Zolder. I liked it on Project Cars. I'm not so sure here on this game. The curves are quite lethal, it's quite horrible, and I'm not quite sure how this car's going to handle it, but I'm pretty sure the Bentley should be quite solid around there. The McLaren should be alright there as well. The Bentley should be good because it can run the curves really, really well. So we'll see what happens. I can only do the best I can, and we'll see what me and Fury can do next week out.
Right, Dan, I'll see you on Sunday in the comms box here for Formula 1 at Cota.
Yeah, guys, make sure you tune in on that on Sunday night, as James possibly may not be around, so the championship could hot up. Make sure you tune in for that one. Like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell so that you are there, ready for Cota, because it could be an exciting one, and there might be rain. Who knows? F1's mental. But again, a massive congratulations to Matt. He deserved that one.
Yeah. Well done, Dan. Catch you in a bit.
Cheers, boys.
So, over to you, our race 2 winner, Matt.
Cheers. Yeah, thanks to Dan. Well done, mate. Good race.
So, Matt, that was a bad result for race 2. Pole to flag win.
Yeah, I said to Mike in the chat a moment ago, I said I didn't expect the win tonight. I don't like getting race 2 wins. I want to be at the sharp end in race 1 and have to work hard for them in race 2. You take what cards are given to you, and at the end of the day, that's what was dealt for race 2, and I took it.
Yeah, so not a bad result for Jaeger having a win at the end.
Yeah, like Dan said a moment ago, I missed the last 2 weeks. I missed Brands, I missed Misano. So that's at least 104 points or 102 points gone. And the championship's not really in my mind at all. I needed a better season than what I've had to be way further out in front than what I have been to be even thinking about the championship. I don't even think me and Gary are thinking constructors because of the fact there's so many points that's just lost. So it's going to be hard for Gary to keep that lead, but yeah, look, I take every result that comes now, and it's more focused on Sunday nights for F1. That I know I'm there for every race for that season, and I know that I can fight harder in F1. But it's just about enjoying ACC now for next week. Obviously, my last 2 races are this season next week, so it's about enjoying next week, get as best results as we can, not only for me, but for Gary as well, and just try to take a few race wins. Stop Dan and Fury, who's looked formidable tonight, and stop them from taking results, and try and stop De Silva from scoring as many points as he does, because he's a quick guy. The overtake seems to be imploding at the end of this season.
He did a really nice pass around Fury before the end into the first chicane.
I'm sure I'll see when I edit the highlights.
Yeah, so congrats, Matt. So make sure you tune in on Sunday for join Dan Davis in the commentary box for Formula 1 at COTA.
Yeah.
The GT3s will be back on Wednesday at Zolder with the Pro-Am, and join Matt and Dan in the comms.
Yeah.
And I'll be back next Thursday for the pros.
Yeah.
I might be.
And Tony might be. So cheers all for watching, and take care, and see you on Sunday. Goodbye.
Bye.